Hey guys, it's Morgan coming to you with the first video in this series. I know you've already seen the thumbnail. You know what we're talking about. We're talking about this KDX, but I want to explain this a little bit. I'm really excited about this video series. First of all, we are here in my home shop. This is my home shop where my kids work on their bikes, got the XR. We work on cars, trucks. We got fly tying stuff over there. We got guns and all kinds of good stuff. So we got welders we're going to be learning how to use. So stay tuned. We'll probably have a little bit of that on the channel as we go forward. But yeah, this is my home shop. And no, I'm not moving Highland cycles to here. I don't want, no offense, I don't want all of you coming here. This is my private place. This is where I like to spend time. This is part of the home shop build series because I'm going to show you how we're moving forward with our stuff from Rocky Mountain ATV. They've been sending me more tools, getting things more dialed in for having stuff here. Also, we are going to be showcasing in this series a whole bunch of stuff from Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Make sure you guys use the link in the description if you want to help support us, if you're going to buy stuff from Rocky Mountain. It helps us out a lot. It's really been helping out a ton. So thank you guys so much that have been using that link. I really appreciate it. But I want to show you guys, what kind of stuff you can get from them, how good their tools are, how good their Tusk stuff is, or how bad it is, right? I'm an honest guy. They told me to be honest, so we're going to be brutally honest about all the stuff. So yeah, that's what this series is about. It's about showcasing Rocky Mountain. It's about showcasing their tools. It's about showcasing this amazing dirt bike and what you can do with it and all that good stuff. So if that sounds like fun, this is the first video in that series. So here we go. All right, guys, let's start with what this is. This is a 1998 KDX200. No, it's not a 220. No, I don't want it to be a 220. The KDX200 was always better than the 220. If you know, you know. They really screwed up the 220, in my opinion. They put a crappier carburetor on it and a few other things that made it not rev all that well, and it was never as good a bike as the 200, in my opinion. Maybe someone else disagrees, that's fine, but a lot of people think that. This thing is all functional right now. It's kind of rough right now. It's been beat up and hammered on by my family and their friends. There's my kid, there's my wife. Hi, kid and wife. It's been used as a learning bike for my kids' friends, kids that don't have bikes. They've been using this to learn on. It was a gift, thank you very much, from Robbie Noyles, our very generous friend of ours. But yeah, it all works right now. Everything works. We can fire this up right now and go for a ride. But it's been hammered on and it's rough and there's some things going on. One thing I want to show you guys that we're going to be addressing this wheel. Let me set you guys down here. If you watch this, quite a bit of movement. I don't even know where that's coming from yet. So stick with us. We're going to be finding out where that is coming from. Looks like, oh man, we might even have a loose bolt. So it's been neglected. It has not been paid attention to for quite a while. We've been changing the oil, keeping the air filter clean, but it needs a lot of love. So that's where I came up with the idea of refreshing this thing and going through it. Now, it's not going to be a full restoration where we're going to paint the frame or anything like that, but we are going to take this thing from this situation, which again is a runner. We could go ride it right now, maybe tighten that bolt up. Although it looks tight. Man, that thing's rough. And we could go ride it and have fun. But it needs love. In this video, I want to show you and talk to you about all the things we're going to do. So first of all, we're taking care of that linkage issue. I got new linkage bearings and all that good stuff. We're going to be putting new tires on. Right now, it's got a mix of Metzler and a Kenda. We have a set of Tusk MX T35s to put on. I really like that tire for around here. Let me grab all the rest of the stuff and show you what we're doing. All right, guys. This huge pile of parts is all for this bike. We've got a new air filter. We've got brake pads. hour meter so we can keep track of things. The motor, by the way, is perfect, so I'm not doing anything to the motor. Wheel bearings, more brake pads, new kill switch, new seat cover, new sprocket and chain. This is our tool for swing arm bearing and installation tool, so we're going to be using that thing and trying that thing out. There's a chain. We got new hand guards. I'm really excited about these because the hand guards on there, I'm missing one. Anyway, so brand new Tusk hand guards. Here's the other cool thing, guys. You can buy stuff from Motion Pro from other companies. You don't have to buy Tusk stuff from Rocky Mountain ATV. I got a Motion Pro throttle tube. We got Tusk handlebars. Got Motion Pro cables. Here's our shields. Linkage bearing kit. New grips. More wheel bearings. And then we got graphics, attack graphics. I'm excited about these because we're gonna make this thing shine. Now, I don't have new plastics because the plastics are all intact, like none of them are broken, and I think with putting new stickers on them, that's gonna be awesome. I'm not gonna open these right now, so you gotta stay tuned, subscribe and all that good stuff. You gotta subscribe and all that good stuff to see what those look like. But this thing is gonna be a lot of fun, guys. Also, we're going to be leaving it on this Tusk stand this pretty much the whole time. I don't see any reason to pull it off unless a kid needs to borrow it, but they'll have their own stands, just normal stands. So we're gonna be using this stand. And that should be a good test, right? Because a lot of people have talked about this thing, how the hydraulic part goes out and all that stuff, and I get it. I think if you leave it on the stand with no lock on it, it probably will cause the hydraulic jack to fail. But we're going to be jacking this thing up and using the lock to lock it in place. So you slide that lock in, drop it down until it hits. Make sure you get all the pressure off of it, and there we go. Let's talk a little bit more about this bike. Some of you guys probably already noticed we have KDX200 forks on it. These are not great forks, but they are at least the upside down style. A lot more rigid than the style that came on them. They came with the right side up, old school forks. They were fine, but they were just as simple or basic as these. These at least are the right side up, so a little stiffer. That's one thing about this is a little bit different. We've already got an FMF gnarly pipe on it. That makes a huge difference. Guys, if you have a KDX200 and you're like, it didn't run that good. If it's got the stock pipe, you owe it to yourself to switch out the pipe for an FMF. The gnarly for the woods is great. I don't know if they make a lot of others. I'm not sure if they make a lot of other pipes, different versions for this bike. But either way, the stock pipe is terrible as far as performance. It's super strong, it's really heavy duty and all that, but it's terrible the way it performs. Yeah, like I said before, hand guards, we're missing one here. We got stuff all jammed in the bars. We're going to replace those. We're going to get this headlight fixed. We're also going to be making this thing street legal. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do that in this video series, but I am going to be doing it. So make sure, again, you subscribe because I'm going to get my wife and my kids to get their motorcycle endorsements on this bike. I'm really excited about that. I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start taking things apart. We're going to take the seat off, tank off, plastics off, all that stuff. We're going to start cleaning things because right now it's super dirty. But I'm not going to clean it until I get a whole bunch of parts off of it so I can really get a deep clean on this thing. And then we're going to just start working through it. Like I said, we got that whole pile of parts to go on it. Probably one of the biggest things we're going to be doing are the bearings. Replacing those bearings. That'll be cool. I think you guys will enjoy seeing that. We'll definitely be greasing the steering head bearings, checking the coolant, changing the coolant, oil change, simple things like that. And we're going to make this thing ready to rock and roll. And I am planning on racing it at least once this season. I'm super excited about that because it's just an awesome motorcycle. And I think that is going to be a really, really cool thing to do. One of the things I'm still looking for, guys, are foot pegs. I need wider foot pegs. I don't want to run with these stock ones. They're terrifying when you get used to big foot pegs. These things are just tiny. So I need one of those. And comment below, what other things should we do in this video series to get this kind of refreshed and back to its awesome glory that is the KDX200. Make sure you comment below. If you have one, tell me about it. I love hearing about these things. I absolutely love these motorcycles. I really wish Kawasaki still made this motorcycle. I wish anyone still made this motorcycle. I mean, a Kickstart 200cc two-stroke is a brilliant bike for so many reasons. Not only is it a great beginner bike for people to learn on, it's easy to ride, all that stuff, but it can be a great race bike. Jeff Fredette went to a whole bunch of 6 days on these things. I think I'm just gonna wrap this thing up. Thank you guys for joining me. Again, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you tune in to these videos because this is gonna be a lot of fun. And I just wanna show people what you can do for not a ton of money to take a bike that's obviously a good bike and just make it nice again. I think that's important. Too many people just buy new stuff. And I love new stuff. I'm obviously getting new stuff here soon with the beta and all that, but not everybody can afford that. Not everybody's lucky enough to do that. So I think this should be a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and we will see you on the next one.